Go.
In 2020, I thought rugby would be more safe. In February 2017, researchers from UCL published a study based on post-mortem examination from the brains of 6 former football players, which have found signs of early onset dementia. Because of this, the law is slowly changing. Recently on BBC News, we have all heard about children under 12 being banned from heading balls during training. Strangely, players will be allowed to head balls during matches. I am worried because dementia is a terrible thing. That can affect your long-term memory, thinking speed, language, mental sharpness and quickness, movement, understanding, judgment, mood, and it makes you forget who you are, or your wife, or your husband, or your job. And you can also make you very ill in your head. I could not imagine anything worse than losing my precious memories. People often get confused about the difference between Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease aren't the same. Dementia is an overall term used to describe symptoms that impact memory, performance, and daily activities, and communication abilities. Alzheimer's disease is the most common type of dementia. Alzheimer's disease gets worse with time and affects memory, language, and thought. A football can weigh about 0.5 kilogram, and scientists have calculated that it can strike a player's head at a speed up to 128 kilometers per hour. When the ball strikes a player's brain, which floats within the skull cavity, bounces against the skull back wall, causing bruises. Heading a football is very dangerous. It can give you brain disease, and not just dementia, it can also give you brain tumor and brain damage. According to universities of Colorado study, more than 1 in 4 concussions occur when players use their heads to hit the ball, but more than half of these heading relate to concussions were caused by collisions with another player rather than the ball. These collisions include head-to-head, elbow-to-head, shoulder-to-head contact. Rugby tackles. As many as 1 in 4 rugby tackles will be injured during the season. On average, each player performs 20 to 40 tackles per match. Almost 25% of their neck injuries occur when there is a mismatch in experience between the 2 opposing front rows. Rugby injuries rate are reported to nearly 3 times higher than soccer. Most injuries are experienced by 10 to 18-year-olds. Adults aged 20 to 34 years have also been found at high risk. We've all seen players sent off due to head injuries and severe knock to your head can cause loss consciousness and even neck injuries. More than 12 people are severely injured in rugby a year. Most of these injuries result in neck, head, and sometimes back. More injuries occur during matches, 57%, than training, and more often in the second half of the game. I think if we had highly protected gear and that you can learn to tackle properly and learn to sidestep, the sport could still go on and people could tackle. And if this happens, the injuries would be less, and people would not be scared of how dangerous it is and willing to give it a try. Thank you.